saying things, taking action that they've never seen before. And I know that in the establishment there are a lot of very frightened people.
Well, Zbigniew Brzezinski said that 3 years ago. He's one of their top planners, and then he said it again. He said it again in his new book this year, and he said the people see past our puppets. He said the world is awake and staring right at us.
Yes.
And so he basically said, he went on in one speech to say, it'll be much easier now to kill 1 million people than to convince 1 million people. And it is not easy to kill 1 million people. You know, his point is that they're getting to the point, well, your own Ministry of Defense, 4 years ago said, the public's going to revolt against us in this takeover. Our own Defense Department, well, I talked to the troops all day. Just 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 20% were awake. 90% is the number I get from officers and other people. The police are starting to wake up, but they're trying to replace them with these new kind of dumbed down control freaks. So we're in a race. But let's go back and talk about your story as an example of success and what you've been able to do and how they've tried to come after you. But by the grace of God and support, you're there bigger than ever. What woke you up to these NGOs and their program?
Well, that was just part of my original story in the city of Plymouth in the southwest of England, when I'd been out of the Navy a few years, and in my city I suddenly discovered the most amazing corruption, public money just disappearing. And when I started to look into this, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. That was one thing, the fraud and corruption. And then also, I'd been trying to help young people with jobs and skills training, because we had a lot of long-term unemployment amongst young people in particular parts of the city. When I tried to get a program in to give those young unemployed people real job skills, I was attacked for it. And this was extraordinary. Why would somebody attack you when you were trying to help a community? Well, of course, I now know that the reason was that the real agenda is to break communities down. You don't want young people with education. You don't want young people with jobs. So it was the combination of the fraud and corruption and the fact that when I tried to help young people in my city, I was attacked. And that was quite vicious. In no time at all, I had people trying to destroy part of my business. I had business colleagues warned off me. I was dangerous. They'd lose contracts if they stayed dealing with me. And then eventually it got up to death threats and threats to my family. Now,